ready, folks.
I sure am. Are you ready?
I sure am.
Super excited. Let's remove that overlay. Hello, it's Dr. Rebecca Foster, Clairvoyant Medium. This is Paranormal Reality TV, and it is 2 Eastern on Wednesday, May 17th. Thank you for joining me. This is a medical intuitive program, so I am going to be reading people within the next hour from chat, specifically about spiritual, mental, and physical health and well-being. So if you are not on Twitch with me right now, make sure that you find your way over there. It's free. Get in. I'm going to make a video for this next thing too. I just haven't done it yet. But if you have Amazon Prime, you can become a subscriber totally free. You just get in and I'm going to create the video showing you how to do that. But it's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory through Amazon Prime. So otherwise, subscribing, regardless of how you subscribe, it helps to support Paranormal Reality TV and JV and Britt and myself. And I'm pretty sure, well, I did invite them into the show if they wanted to. So if they show up, I'll bring them on. But it is the middle of the day and it's a work day. And so those who have jobs, they're working right now like me, unlike some of the people in chat. Let's find out who you are. Okay, Jewel. All right, Lala, not working. Liquor Chick, perfect. Pam, excellent. Jen. Rob, not working. Wonderful. I'm just going to screenshot this. I'm kidding. Which one? Liquor Chick. If you have ever had a tattoo, they're super, as you know, they are good. Lucky you, Debbie, you are retired. Tattoos are just addicting because they just are. You know, you get one and you're like, oh, I'm good. And then you see something else. Oh my gosh, I have to get this now too. And yeah, thank you very much. They're just addicting. I'm actually surprised that I'm not in tattoo mode right now because, I mean, I can just sit down and tattoo myself, which is not a big deal. I just am not, I don't know. I'm handling things differently right now with as crazy as life is. And I'm not getting a sweet face tattoo, like a sweet face tattoo or a sweet face tattoo. Like who the hell is sweet face? Like, I don't even know. So thanks, Rob. Thank you. Yeah, night shift does have its perks, I guess. Yes. I don't know if I could adjust to that. So we're just kind of letting everybody's energy settle and tattooing yourself. You know what? It's really not that bad because you're so focused on your lines and so focused on you're so focused on it that it really is a lot better sometimes than if somebody else does it. Like I have a Mary Magdalene on my right calf, on my shin actually. And that out of all of my tattoos was one of the most painfulest was one of the most painful. And I seriously cried and screamed like a baby while Mindy was doing that. And the people in the chairs next were like, I'm never going to get a shin tattoo. They were like freaked out because I'm covered in them. So for me to be like, oh my God, stop, that was bad. But I've tried to finish her a couple of times. I actually have to get on that and finish her. Yes, I do have some color tattoos. I do have a couple of color tattoos. I actually have a couple on my legs that I've colored in, and I have a couple of tattoos. A couple of them that are color. A lot are just black and white, gray. Yeah, Heather. So numbing cream. Don't ever use numbing cream. You can ask any of the really, like, don't use it. Some will say that, hey, this stuff is the best and it's wonderful. However, every time I've either used it on myself or someone else, as the tattoo is healing, that cream, if it's, I don't even know. I've tried it on several people, including myself. It pushes the ink, boop, right out of the skin. And then you end up having to redo the entire tattoo. It's happened several times. Yeah. So we all need more, but I'm not licensed everywhere. I would get in super trouble. All right. So let's get some readings done, shall we? That's why we're here, right? And is anybody here looking for a medical reading? Or are you guys just here to talk and chat with me? Are we just chatting over it's my new mug? I got it. Well, it actually shows the Hogwarts Express when the cup is hot. But it's platform 9 3/4. Go figure. Perfect. All right. Rockin' Granny, hello from Washington. Will and you are getting matching ones. Sweet. Perfect. Okay, Liquor Chick, I'll get you in for a reading. Yeah, once it gets to the point where they're just like drilling into your skin, it's like, can we finish yet? All right. So yeah. Some of them last a long time. I watched a woman, I think she sat for like 10 hours. It was insane. It was her whole thigh. Okay. It's tea. In case anybody's asking, it's just tea. And it's not very good tea. It's like cinnamon, clove, and cardamom. And it's supposed to help your whole digestion and metabolism. And but it's not very good. So Liquor Chick, let's see what you've got going on, shall we? All right. All right. So let's see what's happening here. All right. Where are you? Okay. And what are you doing? Interesting. Where are we? Your guides are actually putting you on solid ground. So if we're referencing, the noises have already started, like literally just started banging. If I reference the ground, that would be obviously better than water. In a situation right now where you can handle it, very brief, you're able to deal, you're able to handle it, you're able to revert back to previous experiences and times to say, okay, how did I get through this? So that's a quick summary of that. But as you're walking in front of me, and I'm actually kind of above you, I'm like hovering above you, and you stop and you grab you use your right hand and you kind of put it on your lower back, and then you bend over and you grab your knees and you stand up and you grab your hips. So I'm watching you. It almost looks like joint or aches and pains, joint related. And usually that is inflammation that would cause that. So the question is where is it starting? What's causing the inflammation? Where is that beginning? And I know this sounds weird, but your guides are talking about turmeric. And I think turmeric is good for the joints naturally. Hi, baby girl. This is Lily. They're kind of showing your joints responding to. Can you say hello up here, Lily? Lily, can you say hi? Yeah, thanks. She's 5 months old. She's my beautiful baby girl. So, she's got halitosis. She's losing her teeth. But inflammation, and I'm looking at what's causing it. So sometimes it doesn't seem to be the case with you, but sometimes it can be gluten. Gluten will cause. You have to go out. Is that it? You have to go. She has to go out. Excuse me. 1 second. She's got to go by. Come on, girl. You guys gotta go out. All right. No barky. No barky, barky. No barky, barky. Go out. Come on. All right. 5 minutes. I'll let you back in. Okay. Hot diggity dog. Okay. Sorry, but she was telling me, she's like, I got to go pee, mama. All right. But again, I'm looking, and sometimes gluten issues can create joint problems because gluten disrupts the body's homeostatic balance, and the body will pull from cartilage within the body to balance out, create a less acidic environment. So one, going on a more alkaline diet would probably help you. That's just a basic thing. But I'm watching, I don't think that that's primarily the cause. It almost looks like autoimmune related. So you may actually have some form of rheumatoid arthritis. And I'm also wondering if it is in more places than one and radiating pain. Yes, Lily wants to play. Lupin, I don't know. Did he run through? Yeah, he may have. He went straight outside. But it feels like autoimmune related. It feels like you're dealing with something autoimmune. And I wonder too if you can do some kind of a turmeric tea or golden milk. That may help. I don't think it's gluten related though. I'm just thinking that balancing out more alkaline diet will absolutely help you in the long run, but ultimately, I would make sure that you are getting your rest. You are debriefing yourself every day. Try to make your body as calm as possible. And, it's funny because stress, when we talk about stress, it's like frazzled, like, ooh, it's stressful. Everybody's freaking out over their stress. But truly, stress, I'm paraphrasing this, but stress is defined as a state in which we believe we cannot handle things. A state in which we believe we cannot handle things. So we become stressed. So start believing in yourself that you can handle it, and don't stand around thinking, oh, I can't do this. I can't handle it. Oh my gosh, I can't deal with 5 kids. Oh my God, I can't handle the work week. Oh my God, I can't. Stop telling yourself I can't handle things. And this is not just for you, it's for everybody. And dealing with those situations in our lives that create stress, take a breath. You can deal with it. There's so many mechanisms that we can employ to deal with stress. So, okay. All right. So Michael, these are medical intuitive readings today. I'm not doing like that unless it has something to do with a person's mental or spiritual health. All right. Perfect. So let's go on up here. Who was that for? That was for Liquor Chick. Okay. Jewel, Pam, hello. I'm slacking too, Lala. Can you not hear it? I sound like Kamala. That video somebody tweaked to make it to like slow it down. And when she's talking, she's like, today is tomorrow. That is what I sound like, but I'm not slowed down. It's just me today. It's just me. Just me. And yeah. So hi, Rob. Was your hand raised, Rob, because you wanted a reading or because you're just saying, hi, me, I'm here? Just let me know. All right. And let's go on. Whatevs. I got it. I see it. Multitasking today. I think you're okay, Lala, but watch for your eye strain. Looks like headaches from eye strain, not from sinus issues. That might be, and I think the looking down constant, the weight of the, what is it? The human head weighs 8 pounds. So when you're looking down all the time, your neck is trying to hold up 8 pounds for hours. So that also can create a headache. All right. Jen Moore is on a break. Jen, take care of any allergies or postnasal drip you have so you don't end up with a sore throat that leads to a cold. Interestingly enough, I swear we start off with allergies and then it turns into like full-blown bronchitis. I honestly think one of the best things that we can do, because I watch this in people all the time, but if you have a drippy nose down the back of your throat and you're constantly swallowing, you're constantly clearing your nose, um, I swear it irritates your throat. How do they? I don't know. They're formed in the body. How can they cause irritation? But I do think they cause irritation, which then leads to infection, which then gets us sick. So pay close attention to your drippies. Drip, drip. Heather. So Heather Werman. So for you, Heather, when I stop on you, I actually get hit right at not the front shoulder, the back, the delts, the trapezius. I'm sorry, the trapezius right here. This muscle that sticks up right at the back. I get hit there and across. I would combat that. Get someone to give you go to the mall if you have to. Go. Do malls even exist anymore? I don't know. Maybe little ones. We have a really nice one, I think, in I believe, let me rephrase that. I believe we have a very nice one in West Des Moines, but they're kind of going out of style. Go somewhere and get a good neck massage and get them to work all those toxins out. Seems to be where you're storing things right now. Before you know it, it'll be in the chest and then it'll be in the stomach. So for you, Heather, make sure that you are de-stressing. And I mean, I'd say have one of the girls do it for you, but I think you need a deep tissue massage, something that's really going to work out that whole area. I mean, I can feel it right now. Now I need to go get a massage. Yeah. All right. So let's go here. Yes, optical headaches. You have a big head, so probably more than 8 pounds. Hello, Tammy. How are you? Oh my God. Because you're awesome. Is that why you were raising your hand? What? Liquor chick, do I see any more cancer in you? I don't. I see your body actually. That may be part of why I'm picking up on the hip issues, because it didn't represent as like a high increase in white blood cells, or that your body is producing or overly producing white blood cells. It looked like something that is just there chronically. So chronic would not represent a cancer coming back. It would have been shown to me a different way. But this looks like whatever you've been through with your cancer and your cancer treatments has probably affected your joints as well. Look up turmeric and see if you can take that with other medications. If you're on any medication, of course, anytime you take something herbal, you want to make sure that there's no conflict. But it's natural and it's in a lot of foods. So being a spice, I'm not sure if it would negatively affect anything. So ask your physician if you can take turmeric or eat it or spice up your food with it. Okay. Perfect. So hold on. What did you say here? Alita, you started Claritin last night after live and lymph drainage. How did that go for you? I'm telling you, it's amazing when you wake up with a swollen face, your eyes, if it's under your eyes, if your whole face feels swollen or you look puffy. If you just do a nice face massage with your fingers, you don't need to go buy any fancy tool. You got them right here. And you just nose out all under the eyes, and you repeat that for a good 5 minutes all over, and then out and down. Your face will get skinny quickly. You feel something. Yeah, and absolutely keep doing it. I do it daily. I have horrible little allergies, make my ears itch all the time. So yeah. You feel like you need a neck brace. Oh, you know what? I think everybody is so trained to walk around like this all the time. Everybody's doing this. Walk around like that. Like lift your head. Even your head back. Shoulders out. Chest out. No. Shoulders back, chest out. All right. And why am I pimping her out? I don't know. That's how I roll, man. Sorry. Not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I'm tired, but I'm not sorry. Yes, and I did say that. And I think I just heard, humpbacks. Everybody's going to have a freaking humpback. Not attractive. Not attractive at all. No. Turning us back into cave people. It's about right. Doctor's orders, Heather. So, Rob, she needs a massage. And I know you're too far away to do it, so you're going to just have to hook her up somewhere. I know, right? Munchcat, hello, how are you? Hello, Heather, how are you? Okay, let's take a look at Pam. Did you see that, Pam? Heather came to bat because I said hi to you up here, and then I didn't read you right away. And she's like, can you read my mom, please? Or else. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just hanging out. Pam. All right. Wouldn't you guys prefer if I had incense going right here with little chimes? Chinka, chinka, chinka in the back. My blue eyeshadow and my hair up kind of fun like this, straight up. And Indian style on the ground, or crisscross applesauce. I was raised on Indian style. I know. I don't know. Heather, is that inappropriate now to say Indian style? I think all of the teachers at school say crisscross applesauce now. But I was raised on that. Crystal, I do. Oh, crystal balls. Yes. Meh. It's not either way. I say it all the time, and I just don't know if that's appropriate anymore. I don't know, because I guess I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's just an old, I don't know. But you'd think everybody would have sat like that forever. So why would that become a thing? I don't know. It's got to be old. Okay. Yeah, and I think the blue eyeshadow would be probably excellent. So I may. You haven't heard Indian style. I think it may be something for us. Right, and it fits exactly. But I'm just saying, I was, in school, everything was like, but I say it and then I'm like, am I supposed to not say that anymore? Was it, crude? Okay. Let's see. Crisscross. Okay, got it. All right, so where's Pam? Let's find Pam. She's dealing with something here. Pam. I'm looking for a song in my head about Pam, and I can't find one. My brain's non-functioning. Maybe I already blued you up. I blued you up already. Marked you blue. So Pam, let's take a look, shall we? Okay. So where's that at? All right. So right here, right where they would do a trach, right in through your doodad right here. That's where I have a little trouble breathing. It catches right there. And I'm able to fill my lungs. I don't feel anything in my lungs, but it's right there. Right there. And at the same time, it almost feels like I'm having like heart palpitations as I do that. And the whole premise of that what they're trying to show me is the way that the blood is flowing. I'm looking at, and I've thrown everything at it. I've thrown stress. I've thrown funky heart. I've thrown everything at it. Lower sodium. I've thrown electrolytes being off. And what they're ultimately saying is that I would actually maybe go and take beetroot juice, so either drink beet juice or get a beetroot supplement. There are so many delicious beet supplements out there that you can put into a smoothie, or you can just add to water, and they're sweet and taste like fruit juice. They're super good. But they increase the nitric oxide in your blood, and they oxygenate your blood. It helps with blood pressure. It helps with all sorts of things. But I think what they're trying to express here is the exchange of oxygen between your breathing and into your blood flow. And then it's creating this funky heartbeat somehow. And it could be a little bit of stress or worry, but it feels as if it is the blood itself. And it looks like something to do with oxygen, because again, I've got sodium in there. I've got all sorts of electrolytes in your blood. I'm seeing good counts of red blood cells and white blood cells. I am just thinking they need to be redder. They're more burgundy. So you want them bright red. So that would mean increasing your oxygen level. And that would also mean why you may be feeling tired lately. It's not so much iron. I mean, taking a Flintstones vitamin will cover so many things. And it's a children's chewable. So it's not like you're ODing on vitamins. And it won't overprocess your body either. Because if you take too many vitamins, your body will be exhausted trying to expel them from your system. Just so you know, if you take a one a day and you're like, that's why. You don't need it. So try a kid's chewable first with the iron in it. But I would do a beetroot juice or a beet juice supplement of some kind to increase your oxygen. And maybe that will help with that. Okay. And so what is this? Trying to get her to feeling better. Yeah. And it's right side pain. I don't feel that there. If anything, if what you're dealing with, anything on the right quadrant, moving out down to pancreas, it almost feels like the right, I'd call it the right corner of the liver. And I wonder if that's why you're feeling that inflammation. More water, even doing like milk thistle and dandelion root. They make it in a tea combination form, but dandelion root tea is nasty. It's nasty. Get pills. Get a liver complex that only contains milk thistle and dandelion root, and drink those down with several glasses of water every day for about 2 weeks. And it will help to detox your liver and help it to process fatty foods and such easier. I'm literally looking at this going, you just need to modify a couple of things and it looks like you're going to be okay. It's not down too low. It feels like it's just below the rib cage. Just below the rib cage. Interesting. Yeah, bee powder is really good. Really? So if you, Rockin' Granny, if you take a vitamin and it makes you feel good, it's probably because you are deficient in the vitamins that you're taking. But if you take a vitamin that's meant to make you feel good and you get tired, it's because you do not need them. Either you eat enough vitamins during the day that you don't need that extra vitamin. But a lot of times if you take vitamins and they exhaust you, it's because you do not need them. You're efficient enough with what you're eating. Munchcat, thanks. Oh, go back to work. All right. We'll see you later. I'm sure we will see you later. Excellent. Can you feel sciatic nerve pain or discs out of place? Hip, knee, leg. Mm-mm. 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 see. I'm not seeing that for you, Pam. I'm not seeing that at all. Hip, knee. Mm-mm. I wonder if it's weird. I smell something all of a sudden. That's odd. I know I have cats, but it smells like a big cat. It smells like a wild cat. Interesting. But Pam, I'm not picking up anything hips down, hip, leg, knee, sciatica. I'm not picking any of that up. Maybe because, from what I do know, if I'm reading someone and they're fully aware of something, I will see the things that they may be not aware of, and that may be it. Maybe you've already pinpointed the problem that you have sciatica, and so they're not needing me to tell you that. But the other things I would address as far as the beetroot juice and doing some kind of detox, so easy, 2 weeks. And you don't have to change anything except the milk thistle and the dandelion root. Let me let my dogs in really quick here. Hey guys, come on. Come on. Yep, I know it's hot. Come on. Wow, you are sure slow, dude. Thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. These dogs. All right. It is definitely not Rule 16. My mom called the other night after I'd gotten home and she goes, "Can you just answer a question for me?" I'm like, "Sure, what's it?" She goes, "What is Rule 16?" And I thought, "Oh, Mom, that's so funny." No, I'm just a cougar now. That's what it is. I smell a cougar. That's it. That's the next shirt. I smell a cougar. So what happened was when we were first putting everything into production, JV for Paranormal Reality TV, he said, "Can you please make up a crew rule list?" And just so everybody knows what the rules are for set and what to follow. So I was joking around, and halfway through my list, I wrote, "Don't toot while we're filming or it'll pick up on the parabolic." And a parabolic is a giant disc that picks up the tiniest sounds for distances. And it was a joke. It was just a joke. But then I got the actual list of rules to follow when we got on to set the first time. And I was like, "Dude, does this legit say Rule 16, do not toot?" That was a joke. It was a joke. And so he started laughing. He goes, "Oh, I thought you were serious." I'm like, "No, I wasn't serious, but leave it. It's all good. It's all good." That's funny. All right. Yeah, that's Rule 16. Don't toot. All right. Okay, that could hurt some people. Yeah, exactly. It's funny. All right. So we have so many places set up to film. Let's think. Where are we going? June, we're in Indiana. July, we are in Illinois for 3 different locations in July. August, we are in New York and Philadelphia. And I don't even know where else. I we've got so many places to film. So you guys helping and supporting the show really does make a difference. Would you stop? I'm trying to use my mouse. Man, every time I put my hand on the mouse, she knocks my hand up. She wants me to pet her. All right. Okay, so then can you ask my spirit guides why I was created asexual? I've never experienced an attraction. What lessons am I supposed to learn from this? Sure, Aurora, I will be happy to check that for you. All right. Let me just find you, Aurora, first. Okay. Okay. So, Aurora, the first thing that they're actually showing that normally when I'm reading a person, I take that person I'm reading here and now and I put you on the beach. But before I can do that, I'm actually shown like 3 different lives. And I'm thinking that they're probably a minimum of, well, they're several hundreds of years apart. Hey, can we stop that? One of the most annoying sounds in the world is a dog licking itself, like that and barking, and it's just in there like licking the floor. So that's all I can hear. Can't focus. So there's a point where I'm looking at you and you look like Greece, ancient Greece, time that looks very Middle Eastern, Roman, actually, probably about the time of Christ or around that, before or after. And another life that looks Egyptian. So you have a lot of lives, but each one of them is in turmoil. Each one of them looks like you did not live very long. And you're during wartime in every single time. I'm watching each time as well. You are a female, and it looks like you're protecting children or protecting young ones. And so this spiritual burden that apparently it looks like it wasn't like you chose, like your guides gave you a lesson to learn. It looks like you chose this. And so the recognition of the fact that probably the reason from what I'm looking at that you chose not to be attracted to anyone in this life is because you didn't want to deal with the pain of losing them again, because you have been through many tumultuous lives. So spiritually protecting yourself was, I'm just going to write it in here that I don't want to fall in love. I don't want to be attracted to. I don't want any of this. I don't want to feel these connections to people. And that would also prevent me from having children, which means then I don't have to save any children if there's anything else like this again. And so in your mind, you are spiritually secluded. It's part of your soul. And the way I see that, because it's contractual, like you put this into your contract because you didn't want to deal with the pain. I think that if you recognize that those are past lives and that, yes, they may have been during tumultuous times politically, geographically, that was part of what you were dealing with, was the politics back then, and it was barbaric in many instances. This time around, we may have a cruel world, but it's not barbaric like that was. There are laws, and there are rules now that, for the most part, really do help control things like that from ever happening again. I'm thinking, from what I can see, you could change this if you wanted to. If you wanted to. But the problem is that it would take work because it's ingrained in your soul's writing this time. You would literally have to meditate on this probably daily, that these 3 lives were in the past and that you want to open yourself up this lifetime to full attraction and love to someone. And you don't care who it is. You don't care what color they are, what their gender, what their sexuality. You don't care. You just want to open up to whatever blessings can come your way. And if you meditate on that enough, you may be able to break that chain within you that has bound you this time for fear of hurting again. I would also maybe turn on some movies or some documentaries dealing with, Middle Eastern Roman collisions and wars back in the day. I'm talking around Christ, just plus or minus Christ. Egyptian thing, Troy, movies on Greece, Macedonia, all those things that I would look and see how they affect you. I would see how they affect you. Yep. All right, let's see here. You're welcome. Licking is so annoying, literally. Thank you, Jewel, for joining us. I'm sorry I didn't have anything for you. Yes, licking on dogs is bad. Well, it would be kind of weird too if we sat there and licked ourselves, wouldn't it? Thank you for the clarification. All right, Tammy, your husband is having panic attacks. Alita, I don't know how many licks. I was hoping that little Kim would have been able to figure that out for me, but that didn't help either because I just end up singing the song and it doesn't actually answer the question. But I've listened to it enough trying to get the answers. I know every word to it now. It's really bad. It's a very bad song. Super fun. Bad song. Aurora, you are welcome. I hope that somehow or another it will open up your soul to whatever blessings, because I think that a lot of the choice may be yours as to what you want to happen, and just free yourself from it. I can see how difficult it would be. I don't think you need to do a past life regression therapy. I think understanding the basics of the fact that you are highly protective of your heart and soul this time. You do not want to have the burden of saving anybody or protecting anybody this time. And so realizing that and understanding that it is not of this lifetime, that you are learning that those were past lives, and that you are open to whatever spirit and the universe are going to send you this time. Yep. And you can still control the rest if you really felt like that. Like you don't want this, you don't want that. You want to leave it like this. You want to be open to this. I would do that. I would just let them do whatever they want with you. And then all of a sudden, maybe you'll get to the point where all of a sudden there is an attraction and you'll go, what the heck is that? And you'll know it. You'll know it immediately if there is any kind of attraction. Interesting. Let's see. Where was I at a moment ago? I was just talking to somebody. And perfect. I'll see you. Thank you, Jewel. All right. Where? I don't even know where. Oh, Tammy Becker. So your husband is having panic attacks. He's afraid of dying. That's why. He's afraid of dying. He doesn't want to die. Now, the thing is this. When you have, where it comes to spiritual things, it looks like he is at a point right now where he has died previously and he doesn't want to die this time. He knows he's got a lot to do. He's fearful of dying this time. He wants to stick around as long as possible. He's not going to die this time. So what your husband needs to try to do, because panic attacks are debilitating, they can ruin your life as long as you have them. What he needs to do is realize that this is going to be a much longer life for him compared to others, and that every ache and pain that he has is not death. If he walks the stairs and his heart starts to beat, and he can feel it, it's not because he's dying. It's because his heart is functioning properly. It's doing what it needs to do to get the blood through his body to keep him from passing out. and he needs to avert his attention from the heart to just whatever is in front of him. He's fearful of dying because of previous experience, previous lives. He probably died right now in a previous life, and he doesn't want to do it again right now. That's triggering. Anything that he could be going through, any ache and pain that he's dealing with could trigger it. And one way to also combat it is make sure that, you know what? Eat 3 meals a day, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner. Have a healthy snack between lunch and dinner, or breakfast and lunch and dinner. And eat as healthy as possible. It'll help combat his fears. But I'm thinking that has a lot to do with it. But panic attacks they're no fun. No fun at all. They can ruin your day. They can. Michael, how does my past life affect my current health issues? Well, past lives can have residual effects on us very much when it comes to health. And honestly, Michael, your past life may have something to do with why you are having intestinal issues, because it looks like you are drawn and quartered. It looks, as soon as I read that on your energy, it looked like you were like 4 horses and pulled apart. So maybe you don't like horses either. But that may have something to do with the residue in your intestinal area, because, I mean, they would have been strewn about. It looks like you were drawn and quartered. So we're talking probably northern England, Scotland, not Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, this area. I would think 13 to 1400s. And that can have a residual effect. Now, that doesn't mean that you're actually bleeding, though. Residues like that can manifest within us to a similar outcome, but not. For instance, if you lost an arm in a previous life, you may not lose the arm this time, but instead you have surgery to save the arm this time from something debilitating. So now you've got a scar there instead of having lost the arm. So it's that kind of a thing. But I don't think you were a bad person. I think you were probably more political or radical, and that's what happened to you. You were drawn and quartered. I would also think you'd probably have back problems too. Oh my gosh, Aurora, you are not abnormal, girl. You're not abnormal at all. Just to reassure you with this, I think also a lot of people who are in your situation really feel the same way, because there's an independence of the soul. There is a knowledge that you really don't need anybody in your life. You don't need someone to fulfill you or make you happy. And therein lies part of the problem, because you are solid on your own. And opening the door and letting someone in means that you are no longer in control of your life, because now someone else will have a piece of you residing within them. You're going to have to share your energy. There is a lot to it. And it's not just the fact that you aren't attracted to somebody chemically. It has a lot to do up here. The mental aspect, the spiritual aspect, that all trickle down to the physical. So if you can sit back and go, you know what? I don't really need anybody. I don't need them. I want someone. I want to meet someone that I want to feel these ways with. You're not alone. Believe me, you're not alone. You're just not alone. It's pretty. Yep. Yes, panic attacks they're not fun, and they are brutal. You're welcome, Tammy. Okay, what did you say, Larry? This past life said, I guess I know why. Yeah, you know what? That can be people, for instance, who are, let's say, surgeons, but they play music in a band. So they have the talent, they probably have the previous existence and experience playing music that may have been their lifetime, their life purpose, but this time is to be a surgeon. They still carry that residue with them. So that's why jacks of all trade exist in old souls, because they've been so many things that they want to do them all. They just can't settle on one thing. So if you are a really old soul, you will enjoy all sorts of different employment and hobbies because you probably did most of them. It's pretty cool. Yes, awesome. Yeah, exactly. All of that. Rob, what were you in a past life? Let me see. Sorry, it keeps flipping up on me here. You were a holy man inside of a cave. You sat in the cave and did this. That's what you did, Rob. And it's because you're my brother in another life. And that is why. That is totally why. And for your information, I am actually trying to learn Hindi right now. Oh my gosh, like not even Hindi. There's a different name for it, but it is like learn Hindu, blah blah blah. I'm trying to do that right now. Yeah. I'm Oh, Rob, you know what I'm saying all the time. You know what I'm saying. So stop playing around with me, okay? Stop it. All right. I think one of the my favorite cartoon characters is King, what's his name, from Madagascar. He's the freaking best. Talks like that. Yeah, I love that. All right, so Michael, you did ancestry research on it, and it showed it was from a region that how yes, yes. So exactly, you were. Let me put you so it stops. Yeah. So if that's the case, then in that area, and that's really interesting that you even say that, Michael, because I have this theory that um, not that all of our lives, but the DNA aspects of our makeup right now do play into the past life information that we have. So I would love to sometime do a past life reading on people who know their previous DNA and find out if I'm able to pull a couple of what I'm seeing that recognizes in their DNA markup, which would be really cool. I would love that. Deepak, yes, right? Julian, King Julian. Hello, Mort. Stop the freaking me out. That's my most favorite part when they're like, na, 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 and they're going through like the train cart. Stop it, Mort. They're freaking me out. I love that. It's funny, funnier than hell. King Julian. That is very funny. That's very funny. Yes. Thank you. Oh wait. I think so, Rockin' Granny. I'm curious. This is what I said, Rob. I'm curious to see if the past lives that I pick up are DNA shared in a person's current makeup. Yes. And the reason I even thought of that was because I know before they started all the DNA stuff that you could do through like ancestry, I could see my past lives. And then all of a sudden I have my DNA done and all of my past lives that I knew are in my DNA. And I went, holy bat poop, really? So I wonder. So then there was other people, and even like Michael, seeing a past life, and he's got DNA that shows he has ancestry in that region is very interesting. So I'm curious because I'm full blown mutt. Like I am a mutt. I have so much in me and genetic memory. Exactly. Right, Larry. That's a great way to put it. So I wish I had time for research. I know how to do research. I went to school for it. I would love at one point to do that research. Maybe one of these days I will do a huge research thing on that and do it on my own so I don't have to get approval from some university. Yeah, exactly. And if you have that, Larry, if you have an affinity or a memory, in quotes, to a certain time period or a certain race, a gender, or not gender, a creed, religion, any of those things, a lot of times it'll lead back. Now, I do know that I have past lives. I know that I have past lives that are not in my genetic code, but that's okay. The rest of them are. So I don't know about all of them, and I don't know how perfect they are. So, well, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I believe there's at some point between now and then, JV and Britt and I will be getting on here together and discussing and reviewing the event at the New Egypt Historical Society, which was so amazing and awesome. And again, next week I will be back here. Keep watching, please keep subscribing, share all of this with everybody. I would really love that. We would all love that. Share as much as you can. And I don't know, I'm not on right now to see like where we're at for subscriptions, but I know that once we hit 100, I'm going to do a live drawing for a 1-hour reading with me private. So you guys have a great day. It's beautiful out, and I will talk to you later.